Mike Lamont from Arch Enemy, and you are watching Rock and Metal News.
Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with a Rock and Metal News CD review of the new Lacuna Coil. The album is Broken Crown Halo, is the 7th album from Lacuna Coil. It was released by Century Media on March 31st in Europe and April the 1st in North America. This is the last album to feature drummer Cristiano Criz and guitarist Cristiano. His nickname was Pizza. They left the band on February the 14th, 2014. That was after the album was completed. The first track on the album is called Nothing Stands in Our Way. They're definitely putting out a message with this opening hard-hitting track that nothing does stand in Lacuna Coil's way. As the lyrics state, we have come too far to give up who we are, and Lacuna Coil fears nothing. Great track, classic Lacuna Coil, and Christina's voice is perfect on it. I really like the opening track. It's probably one of my favorites on the album. Number 2 is Zombies. This one is really heavy song. It's got basically a nice, really heavy guitar riff that follows the kick drum in a neat sort of pattern. It starts off the vocals. Andy starts the vocals off, and they trade off the vocal leads, and you can see that they beefed up their lyrics or their vocals to keep up maybe with some of the times and some of the harder vocals that you hear nowadays. And number 3 is Hostage to the Light. Some nice synth sounds in this one. This track, Christina's voice is really highlighted. Amazing vocalist. She just pulls you in, and it's a very dynamic track for her, that's for sure. Number 4 is Victims. Cristina sings in a lower tone, which adds a bunch of dynamics when she sings higher. And he follows with follows her lyrics, and they're very meaningful lyrics in this one. That's what I like about Lacuna Coil. They're always writing about something close to their heart or what they've experienced, and you can definitely tell in this album that there's almost like a storyline to this, and they have been through some hard times in the last year and a half, that's for sure. Number 5, Diane Rise. That is another one of my favorite songs on the album, probably one of the heaviest as well. Just love the heaviness of the bass and guitar in this track. The hi-hat gives the track a nice halftime feel, and he starts off the vocal lead, super heavy, just one of my favorite songs. Number 6 is I Forgive But I Won't Forget Your Name. That one there, Andy starts off the vocals. This track obviously has a deep meaning for one or a couple members of the band. Cristina shines in the chorus on that track. Number 7 is Cybersleep. I love the beat in this song. There's some nice kick drum patterns in it that kind of mixes it up. Cristina handles the major vocal duties in this one. Very tasteful track. Nice synth and some nice guitar that enhances Cristina's voice in this track, because the guitar kind of follows it and it sounds really neat. Number 8 is Infection. That track there, it has some nice synth and piano that opens up the track. Could have been the opening track of the album. I mean, it was really solid. Vocal duties are nicely split. Definitely one of the album highlights. So check out Infection. That's a really good track. Number 9 is I Burn in You. Pretty cool song title. I love it. Andy opens the vocals. Cristina has some real nice vocal sort of overdubs in this track, very effective. It starts off almost like with a ballad feel, but basically it gets into some of the heaviest parts of the album as well in this track, so it's very kind of, starts off slow, gets really heavy. And number 10, In the End I Feel Alive. Andy begins the vocals on this one. Great lyrics. The song again illustrates how great the writing and how meaningful the songs are that Lacuna Coil are known for. Good solid song. And the last song on the album is One Cold Day. This was dedicated to ex-band member Claudio. This one here, it almost reminds me of something that could be off an old Sabotage album. Just a really sort of, One Cold Day. The track just gives you chills when it opens. It's got some piano, some big string sounds, very minor and sad sounding. One of my favorite songs on the album, actually. It's just there's so much emotion in this track. that just really highlights, and it's an interesting end to the album. They kind of leave it on this minorish note. Could be one of the best tracks on the album, for heartfelt, for the mood, and pretty much they got to play this one live. It would just sound amazing live. It's not really heavy, but I'll tell you, it has some of the most feeling in any of the songs on the album. So the new Lacuna Coil, I liked it because I always like Lacuna Coil. If you're comparing it kind of to Dark Adrenaline, I felt Dark Adrenaline probably was a little bit, I liked the Dark Adrenaline a little bit more, but this album is it's a good sort of solid album. It's not really taking any leaps up or down. It's just just kind of carrying on, and with Lacuna Coil, and they're trying to almost like tell a story in this one. But give it a shot, see what you think. Let us know what you think of the new Lacuna Coil album. This is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News. Thanks for tuning in.